Should his three-way yield a payday? Well, his hanky-panky meant banky. The family of a Georgia man who died when his heart couldn't bear a threesome has been awarded $3 million by a jury. That's $1 million for each way, Remy. Yes. William Martinez's estate had filed a medical malpractice suit claiming a cardiologist failed to warn the 31-year-old to avoid physical activity. The week before the three-way, Martinez went to the cardiologist complaining of chest pains. A test was scheduled, but he died during sex the day before. I believe we have tape of the jury during a lunch break. In the Animal Kingdom version of 12 Angry Men, the chipmunk is trying to convince the rest of the chipmunks that he's...
They're prairie dogs.
Yeah, exactly.
They're prairie dogs?
They're prairie dogs. I feel like I'm the only one with a brain on this table. Unreal.
They were prairie dogs. I'm so sorry.
Now, well, apologize to them.
There'll be a written apology in the Times tomorrow.
Apologize to that one prairie dog and the jury of his peers.
Remy, you're a lawyer,
Yes.
or you claim to be one. We're still not sure. Did the jury make the right call on this?
Well, seeing as I didn't sit in on the court case, assuming that the evidence revealed that this doctor did not warn the 31-year-old man that any kind of sexual activity or excitement would potentially cause this kind of a, fatal heart attack, then yes. And the amount is based on his potential earnings over the rest of his life. Because he was a young man, that's where they come up with the $3 million figure. The truth is, if the doctor didn't warn him that any kind of excitement or stressful activity could lead to a heart attack, then the jury did do the right thing.
Who wants to be a doctor now? Seriously.
Right.
It scares me. That I'm not a doctor. I was going to go to med school, and that scared me.
Well, it's a basic kind of warning that a cardiologist would tell any patient that's complaining of chest pain. You don't have to be a doctor to know that.
Once you've done this, then every doctor is going to say, don't do anything every time just to be safe.
I don't know about
and then you're going to start ignoring them anyway.
I've gotten a little older. I've gone to the doctor a little bit more lately, and they've been telling me,
no threesomes?
Lists of no threesomes, lists of things that I shouldn't be doing that I do every day.
Exactly my point.
Yes, they're afraid of lawsuits.
They're afraid of lawsuits.
I would rather the doctor give me this kind of advice so that, God forbid anything. Yeah, if you ignore it, then you do it at your peril.
And no one is going to pass up a threesome with a chance of death.
That is a good point.
I mean, really, you're not going to pass that up. You have a 75% chance of dying if you do a threesome. I'll take those odds.
Yeah, you know what happens?
Anytime, any place.
What happens? Whatever.
85 chance. I'll take that anytime. Offer it.
When the doctor makes this list,
it doesn't even matter who's in the threesome.
No, it doesn't.
No,
really.
not at all.
It could be the
threesome is a different idea.
It could be the prairie dogs. No, the great thing is when the doctor gives you the list, it suddenly becomes your bucket list. Everything's like really fun. Okay, wait, hang gliding nude. Okay, Governor. What do you stand on this?
I am so appalled by this kind of decision. And by the way, in New Mexico, they awarded a woman $1 million because she spilled her McDonald's hot coffee on her. And so in New Mexico, when you pulled up to McDonald's to get a cup of coffee and they asked you how you wanted your coffee, in my lap, please, in my lap. Come on. I mean, I had a horrible paragliding accident 6 years ago, and the doctors told me that basically my life was done. And if I would have listened to the doctors, it probably would be. But I just walked out of the door and haven't been back since.
Have you paraglided since?
I haven't.
What happened to you? Like, what did you injure?
Paragliding. You fall out of the sky.
Everything. I had a burst fracture of the 12th T vertebrae, so I lost 1.5 inches in height.
And he's still taller than me, Bill.
Wow.
Paragliding is like walking in the air. It's really wicked dangerous.
Well, it doesn't.
Why would you choose paragliding?
Why would you do a threesome? Come on, you got chest pains. Come on.
It's walking in the sky with no protection that seems crazy. You fall out of the sky.
Yeah, I'm not for that. But
Running off a cliff. It's Roadrunner stuff.
It was my fault. It was
And wasn't
my
Wile E.
fault.
Coyote in New Mexico?
Wile E. Coyote.
did you like land without any? Did you just like fall, or what's it? Did you glide into something?
Well,
like
here's the story. I took off from a tight spot, which I was in Hawaii. Took off from a tight spot. Also was the first one to take off. Why be the wind dummy? Well, I was the wind dummy. I take off first. Take off from a tight spot, and I'm flying into the trees that for 2 weeks I'd been flying over. My harness gets caught in the top of a tree. I'm thinking I'm going to get tangled in the tree. Well, I end up just plain falling a straight 50 feet with my leg under my. And so a burst fracture of the 12T vertebrae, meniscus in both knees, torn ACL, shoulders, hips, everything. It was really.
I have a daughter named Meniscus. Haven't seen her in ages. Go to bed if you're watching, honey. It's very late.
Anyway,
that added nothing to that story.
I thought it did.
Give me a break on the three-way and $3 million. Come on.
All right, we got
Don't walk in the sky.
Don't walk in the sky. That's true. Don't kids at home. Don't walk in the sky. That's from
But
Uncle
try
Greg.
threesomes.
Yeah, try. Yeah.
So much safer than
When you're an
jumping.
adult, of course.
Yeah.
There goes my pen. All right, do you have a comment on the show? Email us. It's redeye@foxnews.com. And to leave a voicemail, my direct line, 212-462-5050. Still got that.